So for this transform message component, it's very similar to set payload. Okay, if you go for set payload, so in set payload also you can do similar thing, what we did here. So set payload component can also set the payload, what we did in transform message. But what is difference here? In this transform message component, we can set one payload and multiple variable and multiple attribute. Okay, let's say if you want to set, let's do in this way. Now let me delete everything. So what I will do, I will develop one API for calculator purpose. For calculator, what we need? We need operation and we need two input data, correct? So from Postman, what I will do? In parameter, I will pass operation. Let's say my operation is addition. And in body, we will pass in query parameter, we'll pass the operation which value is addition. And then in body, we will pass raw data in JSON format, that is first number, and let's say value is 10. Second number, let's say value is 20. These two data we are passing, and we are passing this particular operation here. So here what we will do, I will do set payload, and here what I will do, payload dot first number plus payload dot s number, second number. So what it will do, it will add the first number, plus means mathematical plus, and it will add the second number. So what is our first number here? Inside payload, this is the payload. Payload dot first number is 10, payload dot second number is 20. So it will combine those two value and result will be how much? 20 plus 10, 30. Correct? So this API will receive the request. It will add those two number, 20 plus 10, that is 30, and it will return. So let me run this. Sorry. So here, this one is deployed. I will call this. So we are getting 30. So same thing like what we were doing earlier, like we were using the transform message component and we were creating the payload. So same thing we can do with the help of set payload also. So set payload component is used to set the payload. But what is difference here? If we will do in transform message component, if I drag and drop transform message component, and if I put this logic here, so what will be difference here? So in set payload, we can set only one payload. But if you go to transform message component, you can set one payload, maximum one payload. At the same time, you can create multiple variables also. Okay, so here you can see we have created one payload and we have created one variable here. Okay, so that is the main difference. Both are used, both component we use to set the payload, but transform message has additional capability where you can create variable also. Not only one variable, we can create multiple variable. Now you will say we have one component here. We have set variable. So this also do same thing. It create the variable. But if you want to create multiple variable, then you need to drag and drop this component multiple times. So here we created one variable. First name. Okay. Which given payload dot first number, like whatever we are getting from payload dot f number, we are storing inside variable first number. Correct? If we want to do same thing here, we will do here like this. Variable name will be same way, first number, and syntax will be payload dot f number. Okay. So both are doing same thing only. Here also we are doing same thing, and here also we are doing same thing. But you can see here. Now let me do for second number also. And if I want to create second variable, again I need to click on this plus variable, second number. If we are going with this approach, then we need to configure three component to create one payload and to create two variables. But if we go with this approach, then in single place, we can create one payload. We can create one this variable and second variable. Okay. So now whenever we have requirement, we need to create multiple variable and payload. In that case, we will use transform message component. And if we need to create only one variable at that place, then you will use set variable. If you have to create only one payload at that place, you will use set payload. But if you have to create combination of this, like any of this, okay, either two variable, one payload, five variable, one payload, in that case, you will use transform message component. So everyone clear with this? Everyone clear with this or not?
Yes, Ravi.
Okay. And here in transform message, you can see in this way you will able to see all. If you want to modify anything, then you need to click on this plus symbol and you will able to modify that. Okay. As I mentioned, here you can create maximum one payload and you can create multiple variable and multiple attribute also. Attribute means you can set query parameter, URI parameter, header kind of thing you can create here. So those things also you can set inside the transform message component. Now let me comment this. If I toggle comment this, then this piece of code will not execute, not run. Okay. So what I am planning to do now. So we have first number here inside this variable. We have second number inside this variable. So I want to add those two number, first number and second number. So instead of using the payload here, I want to use those variable. So anyone can tell me what will be syntax to read the value of the variable?
Vars.
Where's dot variable name. So what is our first variable name?
First number.
Number. So in this way, you can read the value of this variable. Here, I want to use the second variable. So where's dot
Vars dot second number.
second number. Okay. So in this way, what we are doing here, we are setting this payload from these two variable. Okay. And generally, when we create this variable, let's say you are getting some data and you want to hold that data for further processing. At that time, we use set variable. Now you will say why not we are adding like previously we were doing payload dot first number, payload dot second number. Why not we are doing that way? So in this particular requirement you can do, but when you will go for real time case, many times you will see whatever data you are calculating at this point, maybe here also you need after some processing also you need that data. So if you will not hold that data in that variable, again you need to write that logic to get the data. So that will be complex thing. So that's why we used to store those data inside the variable. Okay. So to see that particular use case in this particular example, what we will do, we will learn new component here. So we will learn about choice component. So what this choice component do, based on the condition, whatever condition you will write, if that condition will match, it will go inside this and whatever component we will have here, it will execute here. Okay. And if that condition will fail, it will go for default. It will go here. Okay. So now here, in case of what will be our condition here? Again, let's do in this way. Then you will able to understand exact use case of variable. Payload dot, no, sorry, operations are getting from query parameter. So, Alikya, can you tell me syntax to get this value? I want to get this value from the query parameter. What will be syntax here?
Attributes dot query parameter.
Attributes dot
Query params dot query params dot
dot
um, it will be the name of the query parameter.
if This is equals to means both side, left side and right side is equal. Addition. If this is addition, then only we will do the addition. Okay. If not addition, then we will not do anything. Okay. Let's test this one. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, so what we are doing here when we are getting the request, So first we are reading the query parameter, that is operation. If that operation is addition, equals to means if this condition will match, then it will go here. And what it will do here, it will add this first number and second number variable, whatever data we have. In first number variable, we have payload dot first number. So inside payload, whatever first number will come, that will go inside this variable. And from payload, whatever second number will come, that will go inside this variable. Okay, so these two will be added here. So let's run this. Oh, this is coming here. So if it is addition, then what it's doing, it's adding those two numbers. But if it is subtraction, since we don't have any matching condition, so what it will do, it will return the same payload, what we are passing here. Why it's returning same payload? Let me explain you here. So in case of subtraction, it will set these two variable and then it will go here. It will try to match this condition. Since this value is subtraction, equals to addition, no, false. So it will go here. Okay. So whatever payload we are getting as part of request, that payload we are not touching anywhere. That means that payload is as it is. Okay. And what will be response of this listener? That payload. Okay. Let me run it into debug mode. Then you people will get idea. So we receive the request. It will set this variable. Okay. So set variable, you can see. Second number is 20. Set variable is done. So second variable is 10. First number is 10. Second number is 20. These two are done. Now it will try to check here. If it will match, then it will go here. If will not match, it will go here. And here we don't have anything. That means it will return the response. And what is the payload at this moment? If you see here, payload is the input payload. So that's why we are getting this input payload as a response. So processing done. Okay. Here we are not updating the payload throughout the process. So whatever payload we are passing as a request, same payload we are getting as a response. But if I will make it addition, okay, then what will happen? It will set this variable, first variable, second variable is done. Now it will match this condition. If this condition is matching here, then it will go and it will perform this operation. So it will add first number and second number, and we are setting inside the payload. So this time we updated the payload. First, in case of subtraction, it will go here and we are not updating the payload. So whatever you are passing in request, same payload you are getting in response. But in this case, we are modifying the payload with this data, that is 30. So we are getting this 30. Everyone clear with this? Okay. Now I want to apply the subtraction also. I want to support, like my API want to support subtraction also. In that case, I will do another set payload. And this, see here, if you will drop it here, it will go in default. But if you want to add more condition, then you need to take it here. When you will get this black line, you need to drop it. Okay, so this is the first condition and this is the second condition. Okay, so here what condition we will write? So here we will write the condition attribute dot query params dot operation equals to, if it is equals to subtraction. Okay, then what we will do here? We will where's minus first number minus where's dot, oh okay, second number. This will be first number. So here we are adding these two number if it is addition. If it is subtraction, we are subtracting these two number. Okay, so let me save this. So if you will do minor change and if you will save it automatically, it will deploy the application. So deployment is done. So this time I will pass. Okay, so here, okay, let me do one small change. Let me make it 20 and this one 10. Okay, call this. So we received the request. It will set the variable, these two variable, and now it will check the condition. It will not match with first, so it will go to match with second. Okay, so it will match with second and it will come here. Spelling mistake is there.
Is missing.
Sorry, what is missing?
See, not
Okay.
here.
Okay, there C is missing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, at this moment, let's say this one is only correct one. Okay, or let's do it. I'm not sure. Maybe TRACTI one. Okay. Then I need to change here. Okay, and let it deploy. If you are doing any minor change and if you will save it, then automatically it will deploy the application. Okay, deployment done. Now I will call it. So it will create these two variable and it will check the condition. Here it's not matching, but in second case it's matching since it's a subtraction. We are passing query parameter as a subtraction. Okay, so what it will do, it will subtract those two number and it will return. So now result is 20 minus 10, 10. Now you can see here. So same logic we are writing again and again. We are writing attribute query parameter dot operation here and here also. Although this logic is very simple one. Okay, we are not doing any kind of manipulation and like any operation here. So this is fine. But if many times you have to do some logic and you need to use multiple places. In that case, if you will use like this, then your effort will increase. And if you want to do any modification, let's say if I will update this name, operation name, I will change with OPE. Then I have to change here also, and I have to change here also. Okay. So to minimize those kind of effort, what we used to do, we used to create variable. So I will create one more variable to support the operation. Okay. Now we are storing that query parameter inside this variable, and we will use this variable everywhere. So Manish, what change we need to do here? Manish, are you there?
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah, what change we need to do here?
Yeah. Go to Income Studio.
Sorry, what you mentioned?
Yeah. Go to yes.
Sorry, I'm not getting.
Yeah, operation value will be changed.
Yes. So what change we need to do? What change we will do in this syntax?
Yeah, yeah. Addition in place of subtraction.
Yes, please try to take this class seriously, okay? Otherwise, you will not have proper learning. Prachi, are you there?
Yes, sir.
So, what change we need to do here? Chandan, are you there?
Yeah.
So, what change we need to do here? Who will able to answer this?
Yeah, Ravi. I think heads dot addition
That's
operation.
dot
Yes.
Yes,
operation.
heads dot operation.
Okay. So, who answered this? Ramni.
Yes, sure.
Okay. So, Manish, Prachi, and Chandan. I'm not sure what you people are doing.
What's yeah.
It's very simple thing. Like just now we discussed, na, if we want, I created this variable and I want to use that variable. So, I told you syntax like where's you need to keep, then dot, and then variable name. Manish, Prachi.
Yeah. Ravi.
Okay. Chandan part I can understand he's a beginner. You people are not beginner. So this is very basic thing, like starting thing of MuleSoft. And Ramni is here beginner. Okay, she don't have any knowledge in MuleSoft. This is her second day with MuleSoft. And she is able to understand. And she is looking things carefully. Please try to, and all those things like what we are discussing at this moment, those are very basic things. Please attend this class very carefully. Otherwise, at the end of 3 months, you will not have anything. Okay, so now you can see I created this variable. Okay, and I'm using this variable in both the places. Now in future, if there will be any change in that query parameter name, so I just need to update at one place only here, and other places will be auto impacted. So that is the beauty of variable. Okay, when we should create variable. So in simple term, if you want to store some calculation, like store the result of some calculation to use at multiple places, we should use the variable. Okay. So till this point, our calculator is only for two operation. One is addition and subtraction. So as a assignment, you people need to do it for four operation: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. A part of this, if user will pass anything, then you will reply. Okay, let me put assignment in this way. So your resource name will be calculator. Method will be post. Then your request body will be number. Second number. And then query parameter will be operation, which will have four value: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. A part of this, if anything, will come. Okay, in case of success, like this is your success response. You will return the value, whatever value will come. In case of, if they will pass anything a part of this operation, anything except these four operation. So what you will return? Calculator don't support whatever operation you will pass. Okay. Operation name from input. Okay, this part you need to do it dynamically. Okay, if user is passing something, let's say XYZ, then XYZ should come here. Okay. If user will pass XYZ, then you need to pass XYZ here. So everyone need to complete this calculator based on the concept you learned here. Okay, one more thing. Here we are creating three variable back to back. Instead of that, we should go with transform message component. Transform message should be here only. It's not coming.
Favorites?
Yeah, favorite is there, but it should be in core module only. So why it's not coming here? Yeah, yeah. Okay, fine. Yeah, both places I have. Let me take it from favorite only. So instead of setting this three variable, okay, what I can do, I can create one transform message, attribute name, first number, okay, and value will be this payload dot first number. I don't want this payload, so I can delete this payload using this. Okay, so now this variable is not required, correct? This variable I already created inside transform message, so delete it. Now second variable. So this is the name. Plus I want to create variable. Variable name is this, and syntax will be, we are taking that from payload dot s number. Okay, and third, now this one also not required. And this is operation, syntax will be this. Third variable is operation, and value is this. Okay, so instead of creating those three variable, we can use single transform message. Here we are using only one set payload, so no need to go with transform message component. But if we are doing multiple thing here, then here also we can use the transform message. Everyone clear with this? If yes, then you people are good with this assignment you people can do. Okay, so I'm sending now. It's already late for you people. So tomorrow by 12, you people need to complete it and you need to show it to Praveen. Anyone has any concern or any query on this part? Everyone, sorry, everyone is good with this?
Yes, Ravi.
Okay. Okay, fine then. And tomorrow, I'm not sure I will able to take class or not. If I will not take, then I will ask someone to take the data view part, either Praveen or Sai. We will take the data view part. Since data view also we need to learn lots of things in term of like how to write syntax and all. Okay, so let me see tomorrow who will take that data view part, and we will use the this data view playground to learn the data view. Okay, I will update for tomorrow. Fine then. But tomorrow I think we'll have class on time only, like 4:30 only. And I will join, but I will not able to take the session. So let's see. I will manage the thing and I will update.